All week, we've been sharing stories about the problem of dogs roaming the streets in Liberty County and in some cases, attacking people. At a packed meeting Tuesday, residents shared concerns with Liberty County commissioners. Commissioners did not have the stray dog issue on the agenda, but one commissioner told us they're working to come up with a resolution. This morning, we're joined by Katrina Bird, a Liberty County resident who's experienced firsthand just how dangerous aggressive stray dogs can be. Her story is particularly striking. She was attacked by dogs, reported it to authorities, and was told if it happened again, she had the right to defend herself by shooting the dogs. But when the attack happened again, Katrina did just that, only to end up facing charges of animal cruelty. Katrina, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. I know this is a major problem for so many people living in Liberty County. Walk us through what happened the first time you were attacked by these dogs. How did you react? What did authorities say when you reported that first incident?
Good morning. Well, we called the police, and the police came out and they told us that if the dog came on our property, to shoot it. And they didn't alert us that they're actually supposed to fine the owners of the dog. But that can be really hard whenever we have stray animals in this county, and most of these stray animals are running in packs and they attack people. So nothing can be done when that happens. But we are hoping that we can get some facilities built, and with this will change things happening to people like this woman that was recently attacked, and like myself that was recently attacked, and the police telling us and others that we need to shoot these animals if they're on our property. But the thing is that they want a paper trail. They want video. They want proof that the dog actually attacked. And it's really quite impossible to video something like that whenever you're being attacked or you're having to defend yourself. And I did just that. I defended myself. I shot a dog in defense, trying to protect my daughter. It was either the dog or my daughter. And when I shot this dog, the police were called by a neighbor, and they came out and just brutally arrested me, and I was put in jail. I got out on a bond. It was very expensive. I had to hire an attorney. It cost me over $7,000 to get out of this, and I ended up beating the case because I met with the grand jury before it could make it to a jury trial with a judge. But they already knew who I was because I have been actively pursuing a leash law that is county-wide for this entire Liberty County that will build 3 animal shelters, and they will have to hire 2 animal control officers for each facility, 1 in Cleveland, 1 in Liberty, and 1 in Dayton. And this would be a good thing. This would free up the police for other calls that they need to respond to, instead of fights between neighbors or attacks that should not be happening to these people and to these animals. Just in the neighborhood I live in, I've rescued around 300 animals, cats and dogs, and we have lost close to 50 pets because they were attacked by a neighbor's dog running loose or a stray that was dropped off. It's out of control. Something needs to be done. This county is growing. It is the 3rd fastest county and town in the entire United States. We have neighborhoods coming up. One is the River Ranch subdivision, and it's going to house 30,000 people. And with this activity and the growth of this town, and this county, we really need more done to protect the citizens, to make this place safer, to make it better, to make it livable.
Katrina, you've covered so much ground here, and I'm so appreciative of this conversation. I want to be clear. Those charges of animal cruelty were eventually dropped, but it wasn't until after having gone through that entire experience, that process, spending thousands of dollars, you were able to get those charges dropped. I do want to ask you, you talk about this being a major issue, a major problem, a public health crisis for this area. I've lived here since 2021, and I've known shortly after arriving, this has been a hot spot for animal dumping from Cleveland north into Liberty. Give us some dates. Talk to us about some dates on how long this has been a public health crisis throughout this area.
Oh, goodness. I've lived here in this county for almost 22 years, and I have been dealing with this for that long. I can't tell you how many tears that myself, my family, my neighbors have cried. It's been just out of control. It's been so much heartache. It's unnecessary, and something really could be done about it. It will raise our taxes, but it's just a fraction, like maybe 10 cents per year. And this would give us peace, and that we very much need.
Well, you've clearly done your homework with this, and you've put it forth to elected officials. Until this is prioritized, there will not be a solution for these residents in this area. I do want to ask you, too, we've been talking about these dogs being stray dogs. As we know, again, this is a big dumping ground for folks trying to offload these animals. Do you know specifically where these aggressive dogs are coming from? Are they in fact stray dogs? Are they unleashed dogs but owned by residents that are being neglected? Talk to us about your understanding on where these dogs are
owned
from.
by other people.
So these are owned
and they are
dogs.
neglecting their pets. And some of these dogs are being abandoned, most of them abandoned. And I believe it's people coming from other counties, and they're just dropping them off thinking, oh, we'll take them to a less inhabited area and we'll dump it here on this bayou and it'll live. Somebody will come along and they'll pick it up, but it's not the case. A lot of these animals are attacked and killed by another animal. Packs of coyotes get them, hogs, people shoot at them. It's not fair to these animals. They're living creatures and they deserve a chance.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaking situation for not only the residents being impacted by this issue, but of course these dogs that are at the center of this situation. Anything you'd like to say to your elected officials watching right now, county leaders, you have their attention. What would you say to them?
Well, I'm not going to stop here. I have several hundred signatures on this petition, and I'm ready to take this to Congress, which I will be appearing before Congress this February to try and get something done about this. It's time to do something. I was told by the county judge that eventually this would have to happen because this county is growing so rapidly, and it would have to be enforced. But nothing has been done, and we have over 100,000 more people living in this county than were living in this county whenever I spoke to him. And it's time to make some changes. I don't understand why it hasn't been done. I just feel like they don't truly care about the county, and I feel like something is going on behind the scenes that needs to be addressed.
I know, Katrina, you mentioned you plan to go to Congress and you will do that early next year. Have you reached out to, in addition to your county leaders, have you reached out to your state rep regarding this matter?
No, I have not. I was advised by my attorney after I shot that dog to not pursue this anymore. And I waited long enough for this to not be such a hot deal. And now that things are happening again terribly in my neighborhood, and I'm seeing the things that are happening in other neighborhoods and all over this county, it's getting out of control, and it's becoming worse by the day. Something has to be done now, and I will be reaching out to Governor Abbott.
Well, we so much appreciate your time, Katrina. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us about this situation up in Liberty County. We wish you the best of luck and keep in touch. The time now is